No!
Bitch on the fucking respawn.
The cavalry's here!
I killed all of them, bro. Hey, what's up, boys?
Thank you, good job. There's more people down. You're dead, shut up, you're coming with me.
No, don't do that again. This
I'm trying to res you. Hold on.
Bring him with
Bro,
us.
this is a war crime.
Bring him with us.
This is a war crime, dude.
Yeah.
I love war crimes. I love war crimes.
Geneva
It's
suggestion!
only a crime if you're caught. Oh my god.
Hey everyone, this was me getting abducted by the opponent team while playing BattleBit Remastered. Man, this game has been a blast. And not to say the least, this was just a little peek of the type of atmosphere you're gonna get into if you get the game. And cherry on the cake, it's working really well on Linux. For now. Let's talk about it. As always, let's start with a little bit of context. I was following this game for a long time. I did bought Battlefield 2042, I think it was 2 years ago, and I was so disappointed by it. I'm still looking forward to get the Battlefield like feeling of a big map, a huge amount of players like fighting each other. And 2042 did not give me that at all. It was more like deception than anything else. And I did buy the most expensive version of the game. I still have it till this day. So I was looking at different alternatives, and I found that, I think it was like maybe 7 or 8 months ago, about the development of this game. And man, I fell in love with it. I thought the graphics at the first sight were not great, but then when I understood like the depthness of the game and what the creator was trying to do, I kind of like fell in love with the game. And man, I've not been disappointed at all. But before we get there, I want to say that I'm not affiliated with this game at all. And I'm going to say a lot of like positive thing on it. And I want to make sure you understand that it's not an advertising move here. I have no interest of promoting the game. I'm just going to share my thought about it. I pay for it. I support the game too via Patreon. And that's all. I'm not even part of the creator program for now. That's just me sharing my feeling about the game and how it runs on Linux. So what is the game? The game is a Battlefield type of game. It's they describe it as a low poly massive multiplayer supporting up to 254 players. 254 players, guys. 128 versus 128 players. Destroying themselves. Well, actually not. 127. My bad. But you got the idea, right? It's massive. It's massive. The game has been released today in early access on Steam for $15 US. I did pay a little bit more, I think, while I was supporting on Patreon, but that's not important. Now you can have it by just like buying it on Steam. So here you see in my Canadian currency is 21 bucks. And if you like the game, you can still get the supporter edition. If you look at the review, they are super positive. 90% of the review are positive right now so far. The game launch was really smooth. I jumped right into it using Linux. I had one little issue because I clicked too much on the button of my on my mouse. I'm losing my English here. And man, like I have to say that it was a pretty smooth launch, knowing there is like thousands of players on it. I'm really curious to see what were the actual like number for launch, but it was a pretty smooth experience. Some people got kicked because of EAC, the easy anti-cheat software, which was like not working really well on some of their server. But again, it was not something really bad. You just had to reconnect. And it was also not something related to Linux only, because I've seen some of the Windows users getting the exact same problem. So let's cover the game a little bit to give you an idea of really what it's all about and show you the depth of the game, because I'm pretty sure you're going to watch the graphic after and you're going to be like, "Oh, Max, this game look like Roblox or Minecraft. How can you tell the game is that good?" So as I was saying in the introduction, I think they were able to create the battlefield that none of the AAA were able to provide. The game has 6 classes, ton of weapon customization. You can see like 78 attachments by weapon. You have a total of 39 weapons for the early launch. It's just crazy. The more you play, the more weapon you unlock, and you can into this, like phase where you just have to play the game to discover all the attachments, the customization, and the new weapons. So it's really like pushing you to play the game. It's actually fun. You have a lot of vehicles. So the first time I played the game 5 months ago, they didn't have anything in the air. Now they have helicopter. I got pushed. I did spawn in a helicopter, and we were flying around the city like crazy. I jumped out of a jumping rope. This was awesome. So they have all those vehicles, 7 on the ground, 2 on water, 4 in the air. The map are huge. If you look at them, you have 17 unique map. 17. And you can both play those maps during night and day, which is also like give you a different approach on the map and different perspective on the game, which is actually fun. If you want to look at the game mode, there is 8 game mode. So far, I just discovered like I could choose by the game mode by choosing the number of like player I would have on the map. So there is like the first mode, which is like 254 player, which is massive and crazy. You have another one with 64 player and another one with 32 player. Well, I guess it become a little bit more tactical, but you get it. You jump into a squad, you start to speak with your teammate, and you have to make it work. I have to say, I have been really impressed by how smooth the game run overall. The performance of the game is just awesome. I put my setting to ultra, which is like upscaling the game to 125% of my resolution for 1440p, having everything to the max, and I couldn't go under like 400 FPS or 300 FPS. It's just crazy, guys. Like, the game is really smooth, and it is really welcoming for every PC player, because you might not have like a crazy hardware configuration, but you will still be able to get access to the game, which is really good. Something that's really like pop out for me was the VoIP action. You can speak locally to people around you, and you can also, so people around you, including your teammate and your opponent, which creates those type of like funny like moments, really nice. And you have also another channel where you just speak toward your squad, which is super fun. For all the content creators out there, they have a streamer mode, which is one of the most advanced streamer mode I have seen so far. So, they come with all those ID, and they were able to put them all together, and I have to say, like, kudos to them. This is really nice. What other point should I talk about? Oh yeah, you can destroy all the building. It's awesome, dude. Almost all the building. So, let me tell you, this is crazy. You are in a building, people will come, put C4, boom, it explodes. You have the tanks that can explode them, the helicopter, like it's insane. I don't know what to say, like, this is really fun. Now, when you look at the future, they are planning to launch the game like in a non-early access, with a lot of like new vehicle, new game mode, new gadgets, new feature, new weapon, like a lot of more, like a lot of content. But I would say so far with what I've seen, it's really worth the $15 US. I would have to say, just get there, like spend the money. It's just awesome. I don't know how to explain. Like, if you are obviously into this type of game, if you don't like Battlefield, like just avoid it. But this is, for me, some kind of like really good surprise. I was following it. I was kind of worried about the launch, and really like I've been impressed so far. Now, for all the Linux user out there is a little but, and I hope we're gonna go through that. But what happened is like 1 month ago, they did announce, so the producer of the game did announce that BattleBit Remastered will move to Faceit for the anti-cheat. And you know what it means for us Linux users? It means that if they go through that direction, we won't just be able to play the game anymore. You're gonna have to run it through Windows, guys. So it's not the end of the world, but it kind of like frustrates me, to be fair, because I'm not a fan of Faceit. For me, Faceit is just trash. I'm gonna say it straight. I'm not saying EAC is better in terms of anti-cheat, but what I have to say is that going through Faceit might not decrease the amount of cheaters anyway. I do believe like this type of game need to have a really good moderation and some type of vote system within the game where you can just like kick or ban the cheater or people who are not behaving correctly. This is the direction I would have loved them to go. But if this is what it is, well, just do it. So the good news, before the launch of Steam, which was like today, they had to revert back to EAC because I believe Faceit was not ready to handle it. And listen, I really hope it's gonna stay like that. Finger crossed. I'm gonna try to, voice it through their Discord. Try, guys, if you're on Linux and you love the game, I really advise you to go there and show them the love you have for the game and how it will be kind of like rough for all the Linux users out there not being able to play on their favorite operating system. And, I'm including the Steam Deck user too. I do hope they are not going to go this path, sincerely. Now let's talk about Linux. Was it hard to launch? Was it hard to install? So the game is like 2 to 3 gigabytes, I think. Really easy to install. If you want to make sure the game works properly during the stream, I had a lot of users who were telling me like, hey, I can't run the game, what should I do? Simple, install the game, make sure you are running the game with the latest Proton GE. At the time I'm recording this video, it's 8-8 and it's gonna work flawlessly. I'm gonna put in the command line I've been using in the comment below, and also like the full stream for the daily launch. If you want to have like watch more gameplay, I think I streamed like for 5 hours. But I have to say, it just works. If you have problem with EAC, just restart the game or try to rejoin the server. It's a common issue for all the operating systems, so it's not something related to Linux. Oh yeah, and last point, it's related to the sound. A lot of Linux users shared with me that they are having an issue related to the sound. And what you need to do, this game is using like 2 different channels. So let me show you. You need to go to your sound panel here. I'm on KGE, but you should have all like the same type of panel anyway. And when you go towards it, so this is my main device here. This is my mic. And this is my main like listening. I have a big mixer with a lot of line in, line out, but this is the idea. Like this is the main. When you're gonna start the game, you're gonna have like 2 more lines here, okay, for the playback stream and recording stream. Just make sure they are on your right channel here. That's all, like playing on your right device. So I think one is called like WebRTC, something like that, and the other is battlebit.exe. Just make sure they are on the right channel here. So for example, you see like you can just change it here. You shouldn't have any problem after that. And yes, that's all for today. It's quite a lot for me because I did stream for 5 hours and now I'm making this quick video for introducing you the game. Again, this is not a full review, it's just my first impression of the game after early access and availability on Steam. It's really good. So what are you guys doing? Are you gonna try the game? Are you gonna, play it? What is your feedback? I want to know. I know for myself, like now I have just too many games to play. I want to play Diablo 4. I want to play this one. This is just awesome to be in this era where you have that many games to play. So guys, if you like the video, if you get any type of nice information out of it or entertainment, please press the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to be aware of my next video. I'm going to be live tomorrow, maybe in this game or Diablo 4, because I want to play more about this game too. Like, there's too many game. Don't forget also like to support me if you can financially. It's more than welcome. I need your support, guys, to continue what I'm doing. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one. Take care. Bisous, bisous.